I'm giving you an unbiased review of Top Thrill 2 today. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's go. Giving you an unbiased review of Top Thrill 2. Bars. What's up, cool people? Today we are going to be talking about Top Thrill 2 and almost exclusively about Top Thrill 2. There are a couple of other rides also. And people are already starting to go into the park. But I am not affiliated with Cedar Point in any possible way because it seems like they've kind of taken any affiliation out. I've been very willing to speak honestly about Cedar Point, and sometimes that's negative. And I'm sorry, Cedar Point, but that's what sometimes you're going to get. Sometimes not everything you do is perfect. You don't poop roses, and that's okay. But apparently they don't think it's okay that I would say that. At least not if I want to be invited to any kind of media event. And that's their prerogative. But so because of that, and the reason why I'm telling you this, is I'm going to be very honest about my experience today with Top Thrill 2. If it's not good, if I don't think it's up to par, I'll say that. I'll also say if I really find it fun and if it's really been enjoyable. And we'll talk about whether it's worthwhile or not, especially in regard to the locker situation and the amount of money and resources and time you're going to have to spend to get onto this biggest ride in the US, at least right now. It's kind of the most hyped ride right now. So let's go see what we think about it. Like I said, honesty is key. I will be honest. I love Cedar Point. I love being here. I also expect a lot out of them, and I expect a ton out of this experience today. So let's get into it and let's go. All right, it's Top Thrill 2 day. It's a rainy one, at least here in Indiana. I did look up what it was supposed to be, and it is not supposed to be rainy. It's supposed to be 75 and partly cloudy at Cedar Point today. So let's go. At McDonald's, once again, it's like resurrecting an old tradition. Preview parking. All right, we are here about a half hour early right now. It's 11:31. The park doesn't even open until 12 o'clock. I'm not even sure if the parking lot opens or if they're sending us to the back. It looks like everyone's going to the back. That seems kind of weird. But okay, whatever they tell us to do is what we do. So yeah, maybe they only have the back open for down the Magnum Midway. I bet that is the case. Or the Gemini Midway. Whoa, that seems weird. Look how close to Valraven TT2 is. Like, it doesn't seem like that would be the case. As you drive around, you really get a perspective on where everything is, especially when a new coaster is in. And it just doesn't seem like it would be in that location. But I guess it makes sense because Iron Dragon is right there, but yeah, that's just kind of crazy. Park closed, Cedar Point, but Top Thrill 2 event also. Part of the reason why I make these videos just all together is for the documentation of it. I mean, obviously some of it's because there's just a lot of curiosity right now, but also someday we can look back and be like, yeah, look at what we were able to see. Look at what happened at Cedar Point during this time. So it's kind of nuts though. Like I said, It does not seem like Top Thrill 2 would be in that position right there. That is so close to this. Now this is where I'm hoping they build a new coaster slash a new maybe entertainment venue that would come here. Of course, I'm not expecting that until 2025 at the earliest, maybe even 2026. But it does look like they've done some stuff there, so we'll see. Great view of downtown Sandusky right over there. Some of my favorite coasters. Now, this ticket that I got today for right now is actually not when I was planning on coming to Cedar Point today. This ticket was gifted me by Ian Miller, who is on the ticket. He was not able to come today and asked if I would like to come instead. And he is a connection of Doofles. So if you haven't gone to check out Doofles too on YouTube, go check him out. He covers a lot of Kings Island. He will be here today also. And I believe also that at some point today, I'm not sure if it'll be for this event, because this is the ticketed event, or if it'll be tonight, but at some point Magnum is also open, I believe. So it'll be exciting to go get to hang out at Magnum later on tonight. So let's go. Man, I see a line of people. Is there really? That's really the line of people? I'm not waiting in a line like that for the next half hour. No, I'll walk up and down the beach until everything's open. I don't have any kind of desire to stand in the line like that. All right, I did just see Magnum run a test run, but right now we have this line. I stayed in the car for a while to kind of test equipment and get some things ready to go, but we're 15 minutes early right now, and we have this many people waiting in line here. That is crazy. The park hasn't even opened. It's not even really close to opening. And I'm not waiting in a line that's not moving someplace, because I don't really need to ride the ride immediately anyway. So we're gonna go for a walk, go down the beach, see what happens. I'm down for whatever happens today, to be completely honest. I'm just glad to be here at Cedar Point, one of my favorite places. I mean, I do feel like this line needs to be documented still. So we're gonna check it out and follow it all the way up to the front as far as it goes. I'm assuming it's going all the way into the entrance. They have even let people go all the way in to the park there. It's pretty cool. Now, as long as there's no gates and no security guard tells me to stop, I'm just going for a walk out onto the beach, which I think should be fine and acceptable. Also, something smells incredible. I'm not sure what I'm smelling, but whatever it is, it smells so good. So I'll go get into the park at noon, and then we'll go see what all we can find once we get in there. Let's go. Top Thrill 2. Man, to think that that thing goes all the way from over here to literally the other side, like it was right there by the walking path where I was driving. Like, it really just shows you the scope and scale of how huge this thing really is. It's my hope that at some point this year I can stay in these. I'll be excited if I can. And now we are out here in one of my favorite parts of Cedar Point, the beach and the boardwalk. I'm just excited just to kind of hang out. I'm hearing everybody cheer away from me though. I don't care that they're opening it. I don't want to wait in a line. I will go get in there in just a little bit here. It's beautiful out here on the beach already, and I'm excited to get out here during the season. The season starts next week. I'm hearing something running. I'm assuming it's Raptor, because Raptor's the loudest ride over in that direction. I can hear it from over there. I haven't seen Top Thrill 2 run yet, and I really doubt it's running at all yet, because nobody's even gotten out there yet, even if they've opened up the doors. Can't wait to get my toes in the sand over here. I hope it's a nice day next week, just like it is today. It's a beautiful day, a little bit overcast, and it just kind of keeps it from being too hot. So I'm good with that. From what I understand, this is a very, very exclusive group of people that get to be here. Very few people are able to come into the park right now. So that's partly why I'm not worried about being the first one to come in. I'm not going to stand in the line. We're not going to wait for it like it's Beanie Babies in 1995. We will get onto this thing multiple times probably today. And maybe a couple other rides besides that also. So I'm not worried about it. I don't need to hit it 5,000 times. I just need a couple times to give a pretty solid review. And there is the line to get into the park right now for Top Thrill 2. It's still going in. I have a feeling it's still as long as it was before. Now guys, I know I'm gonna wait in a long line for Top Thrill 2 today. That is inevitable. No matter what I do, it's going to be a decent line. I'm probably gonna wait in some sort of line for Magnum also. But do I need to wait for Backbeat Queue? No, I can eat right now. So that's where we're headed right now. So grab something to eat without any kind of a line whatsoever here at Backbeat Queue. Let's go. We'll also kind of check out the quality of the food this year and what it's like. So let's go. It all looks delicious. It's all set up like a showpiece right now because nobody's eaten yet. What do you guys recommend? A brisket? I was kind of thinking the brisket. Let's do that. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, the wings, are the wings new this year?
We had them last year, but it's chef's homemade hot sauce.
Okay, nice. I'll have to try that a couple times this year. That's nice that you guys are doing that this year. All right, so they are not ringing up anybody for the for this event right now, meaning your food is really just free when you come. Like, I'm not sure that you should be. Actually, I think it might be all-inclusive, like all you can eat all day today. That's obviously only for just a couple hours, and that means you have to take time out of your day from riding Top Thrill 2 to eat. So, but when I rang on my ticket, they were a little bit confused by that because I think I'm the first one to eat here. I was apparently pretty hungry because I already dug in and didn't even think much about it. But this is actually really delicious, this brisket, and something I absolutely love about this year, at least right now anyway. These things are prone to change. Often they do change. But right now anyway, they are giving you the option of do you want it more fatty or do you want it less fatty? And to be honest, I've never really thought about it. Oh yeah, some people might really like it fatty because it does add more flavor to it. I don't like that, like at all, ever, but some people do. So I love it that they're giving you that option of like, do you want the lean side or do you want the fatty side? That's a really cool way to do it. Now, will that continue all year long? I'm not sure, but that's what's happening this year. The mac and cheese has an interesting flavor. I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's not bad. It's clearly made on a roux. And I like that a lot. I don't like it when they just give you like Kraft mac and cheese, you know, like I want it to taste really good, or when it just like has, you know, singles melted over it. There's definitely some herbs and spices in it. I can't really tell what they are though. I certainly would eat it again. I'm not saying it's bad at all. Just isn't my favorite. It's weird because it's like, it's different enough where it like actually really tastes good, but also it's different enough that kind of like, this tastes different. All right, so now we're here at the Prayers for Maria charity event. Hey, and it's Doofles right now. What's up, Doofles?
It's so good.
Is it amazing? No, I haven't yet.
It's great.
You want to get in line with me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. All right, so we're going to be waiting in this line. Like I said on the live stream just now. Oh, yeah. If you guys have not checked out Doofles, he covers a lot of stuff here in Ohio and actually Florida now too. You just went on a Florida trip, yeah.
YouTube.com/Doofles.
Yes.
Check it out.
So go check out Doofles. Let's go. They do have a fast lane kiosk over here, although I don't think this is for individual fast lane. I was told wrong, guys. They do have single-use fast lane on this. Okay, so right here I have to jump over and get into the lockers, which is where I'm headed right now. Done with the ride and heading back to grab my locker. I've already gone back here, but forgot my hat. And that's a cardinal sin. All right, guys, so now that I've had a second to catch my breath, I've needed a moment to think about what it actually was like when I was done, because that is a crazy ride. That's very, very fun, but beyond what my anticipations were. So let's talk about it. I do have some pros and some cons. Let's talk about them all. First of all, let's talk about that initial launch. As you can see, the initial launch is very slow overall, but it does continue to speed up and speed up and speed up as you go. So the way I kind of think about it is, it feels like if you have the cruise control on your car and you turn it on like 20 and you're on the highway, you're on the freeway and you just keep going 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, a little bit faster and a little bit faster, and you just keep going faster. I've done that several times and I've always enjoyed that little bit of a rush. And with that, this is like that rush, but like 5,000 times more. You're going way faster. You go halfway up that initial hill and then you come right back down. It is very, very fun. Then it hits you after that. So as you're going backwards, this second launch hits you really hard and you go backwards. Now, I'm scared of going backwards. I hate going backwards, and almost made me feel a little bit lightheaded, but it was a blast. It was very, very fun. Going up that hill was crazy. Plus you also have this awning right over it where it feels kind of like you might hit it just a little bit. And then you come back down toward it, and that's even more of a thrill when you see that coming at you on your way down. Then you get right up over the top. Once you get back over that top, is just like the old ride. It's so much fun. It's a blast. So each part of it, even while it's a little bit slower, is really, really fun. Very, very thrilling. And I think that's the word for it, is a thrill. The thrill part of it is the important part. So them keeping Top Thrill 2 is, I think, the bigger thing, because it no longer feels like a dragster because it's different. Say hi, Doofles.
Hi, how's it going?
But
I'm here too.
it is really, really fun. What did you think?
Oh, it's a fantastic ride. So obviously there's no hydraulic launch, but the thing about this is it keeps the speed for longer. It's faster, longer, and I love that. It's fantastic. It's a great ride. Obviously, the launch isn't as punchy as the original, but it keeps the speed. This bike is fun. It's not too special, but I love the ride. You get airtime on the top hat. It's fantastic. Really fun ride. I like it as much as Dragster. It's a good replacement.
Now, when it comes to the look of Top Thrill 2, every single part of it is very polished. It's very clean and it's very fun. Even down to these like road sides, like it looks like you're on a road. Like it's fun thematically, but it's much more polished than I thought it was going to be. I looked at the concept art and I thought, well, it's just concept art, right? No, this stuff looks exactly like the concept art, which is surprising to me. It's something that I usually don't see, especially with Cedar Point. But even with Disney and Universal, they're usually not quite as polished as their concept art is. Their concept art for Top Thrill 2 really looks the same and really is absolutely beautiful. So it's worthwhile just simply for the experience and the look of it. And I do think it really delivers on both of those things. I am very pleasantly surprised by both the quality of this ride and by the look of the outside decor, stuff like that. I am surprised at how fantastic it is. Outside decor is an important part of a ride to me. I love a ride that delivers on a good thematic experience. It's no longer a Top Thrill dragster because it's not a dragster, but it is a Top Thrill. And this is a ride that if you're looking for a thrill, this is the ride that you want to ride here at Cedar Point. Not going to sugarcoat it. I've not sugarcoated anything about this, and we'll get to a few negatives here in just a second. But this is a fantastic ride. It's worthwhile to go check out, and it's one that I mean, I would be remiss to say that it's any kind of a bad experience. It's not a bad experience at all. And I do think the quality of the ride even overshadows the negative parts of the experience that we're going to talk about here right now. All right, as far as negatives go, there are a few negatives that are definitely a part of this experience. And one of those things is the locker situation. There are no lockers inside of the line. There are lockers that you can use right outside. That means, though, if you get in line, you have to put your stuff in a locker. Now, when we first got into line just a little while ago, we had stuff with us, but our line was started out here. But even if it started out here, as soon as I went to go put my stuff back in the lockers, then everybody had walked past me. So you have to put your stuff away in the locker before you get in line. That line inside for us took about an hour, a little bit less than an hour. We started out here, but we were started out here, I don't think because it was full, because we all ended up going inside, but we did have several cattle pins that we had to go through in order to get in. The front section is cattle pins, and then the back section is all one straight line. So once you get done with the cattle pins inside, then you have one straight line that you go through all the way to the front. Now, with that, there's not a ton of people that can be in there, but with that being pretty full, pretty reasonably full, we still waited about an hour, and that's without fast lane. Now, fast lane is usually about 50-50, and for this ride, they will have tons of people on fast lane, which means we probably, with what we were doing on a limited capacity day, we had really what would have been probably a 2-hour line, which means you're going to have to wait a long time for this line. Now, it was not entirely full, and we'll talk about part of that in just a second, because there was a whole section that is not covered that was also empty while we were in it. That section that is not covered is the part that I think is where the lockers were planned to go before, until someone decided that, hey, we could make 15% more money if we put lockers only out here and not more lockers, but just kept those lockers and then didn't get and put more lockers inside here. It's the only spot that was uncovered, and that spot was not full for us while we were there. That is what I think may be kind of the biggest issue, is that there weren't that many people that were actually in line. The fact that there weren't that many people in line actually means, and it's a limited capacity day, means that probably the line is going to spill out all the way through here. I don't doubt it that this will all be some sort of a queue, and really it probably should be, so that you don't have too many people outside, and then that there will be more of a queue down here also that people will do. And if that is the case, you may be looking at 3 or 4 hour lines if there's a healthy fast lane audience also. So these were open earlier and they're not now. I think it's because the lockers are completely full on this very limited capacity day. So if they're already full today, they're gonna be just absolutely demolished when we actually have opening day. So expect to have to get lockers anywhere else besides Top Thrill 2, or have someone to be your pack mule where you can leave things with them, because you're really going to have to do some thinking ahead in order to get onto Top Thrill 2. So there are definitely some major negatives when it comes to the lockers, but let's talk about the restraints also, and the ride load and unload process. This ride loads pretty much like a dream. Like, it's definitely a nice loading situation. It's not the fastest yet, but it is also at the very beginning of the season. So the ride operators will definitely have some time to make it much, much better throughout their time. It has only one belt buckle, I guess. It has only one restraint that you push down over you. That restraint feels incredibly solid. It's really, really nice. It's easy to use. You pull it down and it's done. It goes way over your body, so it's definitely fluffy friendly, if you'll pardon the term. It's definitely an easy ride to be able to get into for pretty much any body type, which is definitely nice. The ride restraints do not push down that far onto you, so you're never really gonna get stapled in. But you get up to the top of that hill here, and as soon as you get over that top hat, you're going straight down the entire time. I was on air. That's all it is. It's just straight air time all the way. So you're kind of stuck to your seat during this process of kind of speeding up back and forth, doing your different rounds down the launch. When you get up over that top hat, it is just like, right at this point, you're just up out of your seat. It's all airtime all the way down. And that's really kind of crazy, kind of fun. You feel like you're floating, and you don't have anything over your shoulders. You don't have anything extra that you need to have encumbering you. You feel very secure though throughout it. I never didn't feel secure. And that's something that I'm surprised I'm saying, because it's more of a Thuzy opinion that I've never really held, but I do hold it for this ride. It does make it more fun that you have that kind of a situation going on while you're riding this ride. It is incredible, and it is very, very fun. Now, one last part that we're going to talk about is the ride queue. Within the ride queue, it is almost entirely all shaded, and it's not just shaded by some sort of fabric piece, it's actually shaded by a huge amount of metal that's over the top of you. Like, if something comes off this ride again, there's no way it's going to hit a human being. It is very, very intentionally made in that way. You have kind of a mesh netting on one side, very similar to this, a metal netting. On top of that, there's also a black cloth that goes over the top of that, so nothing even small could make its way through without also puncturing the netting. Also, that black netting is also going to provide shade on the hottest days here at Cedar Point. You've got just a ton of different ways that they are both shading you and making for a very comfortable ride experience or wait experience. Now, do I wish that you could have your phones? I do. And I'm still a little bit salty that you cannot, because I do think it provides a lot of safety risks and has some problems as far as like, where's your family? What's happening during that time? And it is going to be a very long line. Does that mean I think this is a bad experience? No, I think it's a fantastic experience. I think it's very, very fun. And I think it is worth your time, both as an amount of time that you're going to spend, and it is worth the $13 that it's going to cost you to get that locker. There aren't enough lockers. There is not enough space for the line queue. Those are all big negatives, and they're negatives that Cedar Point, in my opinion, really needs to address. And that's part of the reason also why I make these videos, because I know they're watching. And Cedar Point, I think you need to fix some of this stuff. But again, is it a bad experience? Not even a little bit. And I do think I've earned the trust of an audience to know that I'm going to be willing to say when something's bad. This is not bad. This is a fantastic experience. It's really, really fun, and I can't wait to ride it again. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think about Top Thrill 2. I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments. Also, press that subscribe button, press the like button, or press the dislike button if you disagree with me. Let me know why you disagree with me down in the comments if you would like to do that too. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Also, go subscribe to Doofles. Hopefully I'll see him quite a few times this year. I've really enjoyed hanging out with him today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's go.
Back right there.
We have an influencer in the wild. Have to put my stuff back for the locker here. On that ride, I noticed a couple of different things. One of them is that coming in, first of all, if there is even a drop of rain, then the entire ride closes down. Another thing I noticed is when the train goes over you and the metal detectors are right there, the metal detectors go off every single time. Which means that they have to stop every like 20 seconds and not let someone go through the metal detectors because, oh, here come the trains again. Like, it's just, there's a lot of stuff that's not very well thought out, I'm not gonna lie. Now, beyond that though, there are a lot of really fun elements to it, and one of them is, we just rode the back row and it's pretty insane.
It was great. The airtime on that top hat was insane.
It's crazy. Dude, on the top hat. Yeah, like you get going and you go over that top hat. First of all, you turn, so the turn feels very jolting, but not like in a not smooth way. It's still very smooth. It's just it jolts. And then you go over the top, and immediately as you go over the top, your butt is just out of that seat. And totally, if you, like, we all saw that picture of, or that video of one of the dummies' heads flying off. If you had glasses on, or if you had anything like that, it would fly off. And if you're not buckled in securely, you will fly off too. Guaranteed. Yeah, even though you have a strap. Yeah.
Oh, they're shaking. I thought they were going to fly off. Yeah.
So this one is probably the biggest ride that really has needed the plan for you to have to get rid of everything off of it. Far and above Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance, probably it's not necessary. This one, it really probably is necessary. Even having stuff in my pockets, I can understand that. It was super fun in the back. It's crazy, it's fun, it's a great ride. Every row is a good row. Yeah, I mean, you rode in the front too.
Yeah, I rode the front, the middle, the back. There's not a bad row.
Yeah.
It's a great ride.
So I'm loving it. I'm surprised I'm loving it, and I'll be back again tonight. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Press that subscribe button or like or whatever, and let's go. It is 3 o'clock right now, and we are headed out of the park. But apparently there's some sort of gift that you get too. So we're gonna go see that. Also, it's a crazy hot day today. Doofles, thanks for hanging out with me today.
It was nice meeting you.
It was nice to meet you too. We needed our original tickets ready, so I'm getting that out right now. Let's go.
How many times did you write it?
I've only written it twice so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Only back in the...
Hi,
Thank you so much.
Large or extra?
Thank you.
Extra large, please.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Large or
Thank you.
extra? Have a good one.
Thanks.
All right, I got some event swag, some merchandise from the event. I have a pin that says world debut, top roll 2 first.
All right, and here's the line to get back in already. And I need to pee, and I didn't pee in there.
Oh no.
But I gotta take some stuff to my car first.
Yeah, you'll be back in.
I think I'm gonna try to go pee on the beach somewhere.
Good luck.
Because I think they have those bathrooms that I can get into there. So.
Oh, you're gonna
That's the
drive back
plan.
around?
No, I'm just gonna go to
okay.
the bathrooms out there on the beach and walk around. Yeah. I gotta. Look, we already found Beach Cliff. How you guys doing?
What's up?
It's good to see ya. Just got some stuff. Had a.
I didn't know you were here for the charity event.
I wasn't, but someone gave me a free ticket.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh my word, it's even longer, guys, than it was earlier. This is just nuts. I'm not gonna care about that. The star of this next video will be me on the beach with my shirt off. So look forward to that. Let's go. The very last thing is we have Top Thrill 2, this poster. We have these Prayer from Maria shirts, or Prayers from Maria shirts. It is so hot out here. It's crazy. And I'm headed to the beach. So I'm gonna take my shoes off and get my toes in the sand. Oh my word, I'm dying. This is ridiculous. I think even in the winter, these are open, and I gotta pee so bad, so. Yeah. No electricity though, I think, maybe. No, we got it. Cool. I'm already shirtless. Let's go. Hey, thanks for watching. I release theme park related videos at least a couple times a week, so press that subscribe button if you made it this far. Also, check out similar videos in the playlist to the right or find my newest video to the left. Thanks again, and let's go.